Did Aaron Rodgers make a statement against the Jets?
No. No. Like, no.
Why is it a no?
No, he didn't.
He definitely did.
What's the statement? You
statement is
can
that
kill
he's
the
not
Jets?
washed.
You don't become not washed because of one game.
You know what's the
The
statement,
Jets
Drew?
defense was supposed to be like their backbone again this
It
year.
hasn't been their backbone in
Drew,
some time.
you want
I
to know
agree
what's
with
the
you, though.
statement? I'll let you know what the statement is right now.
It's probably going to be a statement that doesn't make sense.
Is that Aaron Glenn flew him out just to tell him that you're not a fit for the team. Both better off without each other. That's okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
Everybody thought Aaron Rodgers was washed to the point that Rivers telling me that a J.J. McCarthy was better than Aaron Rodgers at quarterback this upcoming season because Aaron Rodgers just isn't that good anymore. And the fact that Aaron Rodgers in his first game as a Steeler had the best passer rating by a Steeler quarterback over the last 7 seasons.
That's not hard
And the
to
fact
do.
that he had 4 touchdowns against Aaron Glenn's coach defense,
Against
the same
the
coach
Jets.
that told them that he wasn't a fit for the team. The fact
He's
that
not.
Aaron Rodgers played a great football game against them and they ended up winning the game,
Okay.
that is a
All right.
statement.
So
he
if-
gave
okay.
it to his former
So
team.
if he plays great today, if he goes on 5 shitters, are you going to say the statement is still standing or the statement is back to
No,
no?
the
He's
statement is
washed?
against the
I was
Jets.
gonna say, but bro, it's only been one game, and in that one game against his old team, he was excellent.
Yeah, he was great.
But that's it. What he made a statement to them.
Did you think
Fuck
Aaron
you.
Rodgers was washed?
That game?
No, I'm so after last season, did you come into this year saying he's
98%
washed?
of the world thought he was washed. 30 teams thought he was washed.
So no indictment on you for being wrong, whether he's right or washed or not. He still could be washed. Don't get me wrong, he can be.
I don't think like for a guy who had a full season's worth, they had expectations.
You're cooking.
He did not play well against
He
good
didn't.
competition.
He didn't.
We saw his statistics go up end of the year because they played bad teams.
mid.
To go into week 1 into a game we knew they were going to win. We all thought this should be a wash through, except probably Dells. Fandom.
Almost had
But
him.
yeah, we all
Hey,
thought this would
was
be a
almost
wash
right.
through. For him to go play great, yes, great win. I don't want to diminish what he did. What he did was great. He played well. It's a good starter. But one game cannot just completely say, yo, this was a statement because this was a team. Yeah, they're both better off without each other. I can see it. Justin Fields looked great too. Does this mean this is a statement for his career that, yeah, they should have drafted him? Yeah, he was good all along. He's just, no, not yet. He got to
Okay,
put
you're right.
put
You're
together
right.
at least 10.
But
I
Aaron
get
Rodgers
where you're coming from.
has
So
a
I
history.
can't say for me personally, I can't say this is a
Okay,
statement.
maybe
win.
not for you personally, but Aaron Rodgers has a history of he's a good quarterback.
Yeah,
And
it's
maybe
been a while.
the bad organization is the reason why, he looked like how he looked.
No,
And the reason Aaron
no.
Rodgers was bad last year because of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
But
we gotta
why
stop.
did Justin Fields look good? It's the same
Because
organization.
it's
Because Aaron Rodgers, I
it's
think
the functionality of the Jets right now.
Man.
They have a new coaching staff in place. They have people in place.
this is what happened. The Jets got fucking thirsty. They never had a franchise quarterback. Aaron said, I want to come to New York. And we said, please, Aaron, let's come. When he got here, we said, we'll do anything. You want Alan Lazard? Let's do it. You want Randall Cobb? Let's do it. Nathaniel Hackett stays for a second year. Let's do it. Oh shit, we started off the year 2-4. Fuck, we gotta fire Robert Saleh. We're panicking. The reason why shit hit the fan majority, I think it's because of Aaron Rodgers. It's not so much of his play. His
They
play
even brought in
definitely
Tay for him.
His play definitely has something to do with it. Like I didn't
That was
think
cool.
for a majority
It was
of
dope.
last year, it's ironic how terrible he was in one possession games and he drove down the field. Not even really drove down the field. He got the tip pass and then we stalled him and Boswell had a 60-yard field goal. But most of it has to do because he was basically pseudo GM. Like he was, you know who he loved? He loved Malachi Corley. So did Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh, but so did Aaron Rodgers. Of course, Nathaniel Hackett's probably the biggest issue of it all because Aaron Rodgers looks great. Nathaniel Hackett's gone. Shit, Justin Fields looks great. The Jets offense looks great. So I think part of it was last year, first year back off an Achilles for an older quarterback. You knew, like, obviously we were super high on the Jets, but hindsight 2020,
Yep.
it's not shocking he struggled. Second year back, I'm not surprised that he's playing better. But more than anything, I just think the system that he was in, which is what he wanted, failed him because he had all of this control of the offense. We were the least, we ran the ball the least amount of times because he wanted to check out of every single run. You brought in all of these players for him, majority of them, 80, 90%. I mean, Tim Boyle was on this roster because of him, and he had to play in some damn games for us. So I think the failures with the Jets, obviously the Jets aren't some fucking well-run organization by any means, but they did everything to appease Aaron Rodgers. And a majority of those moves, really all of those moves outside of Tay, who definitely was still good,
Yeah.
they were failures.
I agree.
Here's the thing, though, about everything that you just said. And I think you're correct about the majority of it because we did allow Aaron Rodgers to come in and then run the organization. And I think that is something at the time it was we. Sorry, I'm still trying to unlearn old habits. At the time, the Jets did have they did want Aaron Rodgers. They wanted to do anything to bring him to the Jets, and he did have his friends come to the team.
I was not mad. I was like,
here's the thing.
Fuck it. He wants Randall Cobb. Here's $4 million.
In the bad moves that we say in hindsight he made, we thought Mike Williams was a good move. He vouched to get Mike Williams here, and we thought Mike Williams at the time was a good move. Devontae Adams, I mean, of course, bringing in a receiver that talent is a good move for the Jets. And here's where I think the Jets season derailed and went off the rails. I think it happened when they fired Robert Saleh.
Sure.
Almost slipped up again there again. Okay, when the Jets fired Robert Saleh, I don't think, and I'm in the minority in this and I know this, but I don't think Aaron Rodgers was the one to tell Woody Johnson to fire Rob Saleh. I think firing Rob Saleh was a Woody Johnson decision. It was an impulsive decision, and he didn't talk with anybody. He just told people this was what he was going to do, and he went and did it. And that's where I think the season derailed, because then not only did we have a new head coach who couldn't run the defense, then we eventually demoted Nathaniel Hackett and we had a new OC. It was just dysfunctional all around. And all I've been saying all offseason long is that if Aaron Rodgers is in a good situation, he can still play quarterback. And I think where the Jets went wrong is expecting a 40-year-old quarterback to uplift a team in a way that he couldn't even do in his final year in Green Bay. You needed to have a great defense around Aaron, and the defense fell off. You needed to have a run game, and the run game was inefficient. You needed to have these things around an older quarterback, and now we'll see if he has it with Pittsburgh, because their defense didn't look good week one, and they were not able to run the ball. They had more yards after contact than they did total yards rushing. So we'll see how it looks like in Pittsburgh. But one thing I did see is an offensive coordinator in Arthur Smith help out a 41-year-old quarterback. Did he get scheme help? Absolutely. Do I think Justin Fields was better than Aaron in that game? Absolutely. But do I also think that Aaron Rodgers proved his statement by last year not being able to handle pressure and make throws? And then in the first game of the season versus the Jets, what did he do? He had pressure and he made throws under pressure, and he looked more mobile. So I do think all the things that we knocked him for last year, at least in the first game of the season, he showed, okay, I could still do this. And I think that's a statement he made.
Yeah. I mean, it was a big, like, it was as big as a Jets Steelers week one game could be, because it was on both sides, right? I think the Jets obviously have something to prove, not in the sense of like the football world, like, you know, Super Bowl, but in the sense of like, we're a new organization, we're turning the page. They wanted to start that off with a win, obviously didn't get it. But Aaron Rodgers, I mean, he said after the game, he said, I want to beat everyone associated with the Jets, which made me laugh. I think the only thing that pisses me off, and I don't even think Rodgers really meant it by this, is just when people think the Jets did Rodgers wrong, I see it the opposite. Not that Rodgers did the Jets wrong, but I feel like the Jets did everything in their power to make it work. The reality is, if it was gonna work, it would have been that first year when he tore his Achilles, right? That's when the defense was elite. You weren't gonna fire Saleh if they started 2-4. That was the year where if the Jets were really gonna make some noise looking back on it, that was most likely than not. But I don't think, like, I don't understand how you could look at the situation and been like, wow, the Jets really did him wrong. Because even if you want to say like the Aaron Glenn shit, like, okay, what would it be better if Aaron Glenn called him on the phone? People have been like, you can't even see him face to face. You see him face to face, like you can make him fly. Exactly. So I think the Jets are.
Well, Aaron
that was very real.
Yeah. Aaron did go on Pat McAfee and said, I would have rather just a text. If you were just going to say that.
That's the thing. Aaron Rodgers said that, but I disagree with him. I think the mature
Aaron told him man to man, face to face, you're not coming.
He didn't like that. He probably was uncomfortable in the situation, which I can get.
Listen,
but
bro,
that's grown man stuff.
If a man come to you as a man and you don't like the way he did it as a man, why would you go on a show and tell them how you would have liked it as a man?
Yeah, that was pretty.
You know what I'm saying? Manly. Like, if that's the case, keep it to yourself.
Would anyone have been shocked if he did it over text and he goes on Pat McAfee like?
It would have been like, he told me over text.
You couldn't even tell me,
like,
man.
He told me. And by the way, in terms of EPA per play, pass EPA, all that good stuff, pure drop back.
Fields got it.
No, 2024, Aaron Rodgers was at the bottom 20.
Yeah, no, he was like
77 quarterbacks on this list.
He was not good.
He was in the 50s. Yeah,
70?
77.
What were the play minimum he got here?
I didn't put no play minimum.
Yeah.
I didn't put no play because it got 6 plays and shit.
Yeah, you
in
got
here.
Taylor
But
Heineke
put it like but
he
put
was,
it like
he was in like the 20s though. He wasn't like the
bottom
20s.
of the league, dog.
He was in the 20s.
Justin Fields just had a game better than he ever had
He did.
with the Jets.
It's nuts.
Did he make a
The
statement?
Jaguars game?
I don't even remember the
EPA
Jaguars
wise,
game.
Jaguars
EPA
game, we're going.
EPA right now,
barrel.
Justin Fields is number 1
Bro, we
in
gotta go,
EPA
like-
for dropback.
Who better, Fields or Aaron Rodgers?
Fields. Comfortably.
Who better? We love week 1. Who better? I'm asking.
Fields.
I'm rooting for Fields. Don't get me wrong. I really am.
Who won the game?
Oh my god.
Not Aaron
Chris
Rodgers.
Boswell.
Who won
Boss
the
did
game?
win the game.
Now,
Who
now
made
QB
plays to
wins
win the
matter,
game?
guys.
Yeah.
Now
Who won the
QB wins
game?
matter.
Chris
How many games the
Boswell.
Steelers are going to win this year?
Not an 8, probably. That's just what they do all the time.